Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Lateral Move. No PC culture, all comedy, everything. We keeping it 1,000. I'm RJ Bam. I appreciate y'all joining me. Hope you guys like, if you listen to the video, hope you guys like the new feng shui I got going on, man. I got the plants in here. I'm trying to breathe life into you motherfuckers, man. And also, I'm going to breathe out carbon dioxide, give these motherfuckers something to breathe, and they're going to breathe out oxygen, give me something to breathe. It's a cohesive unit. Yeah? This is mutual benefits out here. You know what I'm saying? And I got my little Russian doll. So, her name is Miss Consuela, and she's like a marsupial because you just pop this bitch open, there's another one. So, they keep them in their pouches. Anyway. How y'all been? This is the most awkward start to a podcast I've ever had. Trying to explain the goddamn scenery up in here. I'm just trying to change it up. Give y'all something a little different. This thing, apparently these motherfuckers don't die. I don't know what this is. Like a bamboo, I don't know, man. It's some kind of Korean or Chinese or Asian plant that don't die, barely needs water. We need to actually feed this thing. I feel like we neglecting. There's like a piece of fuzz in here and shit. Damn, we neglecting you, plant. We gotta breathe life into this plant. So, you know what I'm saying? Breathe life into that motherfucker. Yeah. Hey, so it's been kind of dreary. I think the summer is over. I don't know what kind of summer we really had, but rain, fall, everything is here. So if you are not ready for the winter is coming. You know what I'm saying? Is that from fucking Game of Thrones or is that from Lord of the Rings? I don't know. They're one and the same. It's all the same fucking dumbass stories and shit. So this happened. My mom's been trying to sell her car for like a couple of weeks now, and she had this red a Toyota Yaris, and it was a tiny little car, weighed like 1,000 pounds. It was good for her because she's compact and tiny or whatever, and it's a good sized car for her. But she's been wanting to sell it because it's getting old. I don't know why she wanted to sell it, but she did. She went to the dealerships. She checked out a few different cars. She tried out some Mercedes, like a crossovers. She was looking at crossovers, so she was looking at the Mercedes and the BMW, and she did end up going with the BMW X1 crossover. But so she's prepping for this car selling thing, right? She's getting ready for it. I'm doing the setup for it, and she's checking on Kelly Blue Book or whatever the fuck. She's asking other dealerships how much they will buy this fucking car for, and they said somewhere around like $8,000 or something because it's fairly new. And no, she barely drove that thing, and then all of a sudden she's like maybe 300 yards away from the house in this little roundabout, and she in this traffic circle. And she's going through, and the person in front of her slams her brake, and then she slams her brake, and she ends up rear-ending this motherfucker. And the dude in front of her had like a big-ass SUV, and like nothing happened to their car. And then my mom's front end, the fucking bumper cracked in. So that happened, right? And so that happened, and then she went back to the dealership, and then most of the dealerships were like, oh, with parts and labor and all that noise, we were going to give you $7,000 for this car, and now we're gonna only give you like $2,000, and it was like, yo, did you just say parts and labor is gonna cost $4,000? No, you tell me this shit costs $4,500 to $5,000 for parts and labor? The fuck kind of are you bringing, like Maserati parts from Dubai? Where the fuck are you getting these parts from? It's a fucking Toyota Yaris. I can find this shit online for like $79 and install it myself. I just had to get it painted the right color. What the fuck are you talking about? So anyway, they were telling me they're gonna sell their car. They were checking out the BMW, the Mercedes. They ended up going with the BMW. because the salesman or whatever was like a better salesman. The Mercedes people made him wait like an hour and shit, and they were like, yo, what the fuck? And so, hey, for any salesmen out there, don't do that. Don't make motherfuckers wait for an hour to buy a car. Hey, you want this money or not? What the fuck are we doing? Do you want my money? Apparently not. I don't understand people that just like I just don't understand people at all. Just in general, because when I'm like, if I'm working sales, retail, whatever, like I'm on the side where it's like I'm trying to sell you some shit. Like you want to spend your hard-earned money, so I gotta be on my best behavior, and I gotta it's not necessarily like trick you, because that's whack. Those are like the stupid salesmen. Those are like the shitty salesmen that think they can dupe you or whatever. It's not about that. It's about building rapport and having them like you, and that's how you, because they don't necessarily, because everybody got the same product pretty much, right? So it's not about like, yo, unless your shit is just way better than the other shit. But it's more like, yo, this person left a lasting impression on me, so I'm gonna go with his shit. And so when I'm the salesman or the retail person, I'm always like on my best behavior, because like I'm working for this fucking company, and I don't want the company to look bad, or I don't want to make myself look bad, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior when the customer comes in. And so I'm always like, no matter what the customer acts like, I'm always trying to stay professional. And then if I'm the customer, I'm like, yo, I know what it's like to be that motherfucker behind the desk. So, you know, I'm not trying to be that dickhead customer. So I'm trying to be on my best behavior on this side, because I know it's not really his fault. It's the management and like the system, the order operations, PEMDAS, whatever the fuck is what's the deal here, is who's really at fault. Right? So being like with that kind of mindset, I'm always just in the negative, because like I'm always in the hole, because now I'm just a nice person on both sides of the fence. But then there's these motherfuckers that like, no matter what, like when they're the customer, they're fucking dickheads, and then when they're working, they're dickheads. Like I don't understand that at all. It makes more sense if the customer is a dickhead, because they're like, yo, I'm spending my money, so act right, bitch. But that like still like you're just a dick. You're just a spoiled little brat. Like you one of those motherfuckers that just get punched in the face one time, maybe twice. You know, so you know what it's like to feel consequences. But then there's these motherfuckers that work at the company that are dickheads, and I'm like, do you not like your job? 'Cause you know you can be fired. I don't understand where this attitude is coming from, because like you work for the company, you under this umbrella right now, and I'm the customer, and the way I grew up is the customer is always right even when they're wrong, because you at the end of the day you still trying to make a sale, or you trying to get money, and you trying to get paid. If your company don't make money, then you don't make money. I mean, you do make money, but you don't make money, because if they ain't got money to pay you, then you ain't gonna get paid. Right? I mean, like if they're running business, they got the money to pay you. They'll just go into the negative. But what I'm trying to say is, that's the thought that you should have. Now, there's these motherfuckers that are just wilding behind the front desk, and I'm just like, how are you? Who hired you? Who's the dude above you that was like, yo, this guy's the perfect guy for this job? We looking for dickheads only. So if you nice, Go to the next store. They looking for the nice people. We looking for assholes over here, because that's who we cater to, is dickheads. Like I don't understand who these companies are that are hiring these people. But so anyway, dude made her wait like an hour, so she ended up going with the other guys, and the other guys like they also offered the most amount for the Yaris too. So anyway, so they were like, yo. So they were talking to me, and my mom was like, hey, this Saturday, are you going to be free? Because she was like, we're going to drive down, sell the Yaris, and we're going to come back. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I don't know what you need me for, but yeah, sounds good. So that happened, right? They told me that on like a Monday. They're like, yo, they didn't even tell me they needed me. They were like, yo, Saturday, we're probably going to get the new car. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, that's cool, man. We're going to have a new car on Saturday. Good for you. Like, I bet you're excited. Now, Wednesday comes around. Wednesday, Tuesday, one of them. Wednesday comes, and all of a sudden I get a phone call at like 7:30, and I just so happen to be leaving the gym, and it's my dad, and he's like, was it my dad or my mom? One of them called me, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm going home. I just left the gym, and they're like, hey, can you come pick us up? I was like, what? Pick you up from where? And he was like, we were at we're in Renton. We went to a fucking a Kia dealership or some shit. You know what I mean? Like or they were at some dealership in way the fuck out, like 40 minutes away. And I was like, yeah, what? Why you need? What's going on? Why you need a ride? They're like, oh, we sold the Yaris. I was like, oh, that's dope. Did you get the BMW? They're like, no. We just sold the Yaris, and now we need a ride home. I'm like, so you don't have a car? I was like, they're like, nah. So you went to go sell a car, and then were you just gonna walk home? They're like, well, we weren't gonna sell the car, but then they offered us such a good price that we were like, yeah, let's sell the car. And I was like, well, who? Not the same people you were talking to? They're like, nah, different people. They offered us a better deal. And so we're like, yep, sell it right now. And then I was like, well, yeah, I can come, but like, it's gonna be a while. Like, I'm not gonna just be there in like 2 minutes. They're like, oh yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. There's a Burger King across the street, so we're just gonna go eat there, and then we'll just we'll just wait for you to come pick us up. And I was just like, yeah, that's okay. And then I was just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with my parents? Like, you just gonna go sell your car and then not have a ride home? Like, no setup, no plan, no nothing. All these fucking, like, my whole life growing up, they were always trying to lecture me about, like, how to do shit the right way or whatever. And look at them out here, like, just selling the car and not having a ride home. I was like, what you gonna do? Like, they're like, oh, I mean, if worst case scenario, we're gonna call a taxi or whatever. And I was like, taxi? I'm like, it's 2019, just call an Uber. What the fuck are you talking about? You gotta wait for the taxi to come from the taxi station or whatever. I don't know how taxis work. Like, the Uber's just driving around anyway. I'm like, definitely get an Uber. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? So that happens on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm like, man, and then we picked them up, and then I was like, man, you guys are wildin', bro. What were you gonna do if I didn't pick up the phone? Like, damn. And so that happened, and I was like, man, my parents are stupid. And so then a few days go by, and then it's Friday, and then I'm leaving the gym on Friday, and I get another call from my parents. They're like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, again, fucking, you call me at the same time. I'm leaving the gym. And they're like, hey, can you come to Bellevue to the BMW dealership? We're buying a new car. I was like, well, oh, yeah. What? Why you not? What? You told me Saturday, and then on Tuesday you had me come pick you up out of the blue, and then now on Friday you having me come pick you up out of the blue. What happened to Saturday? First of all, you told me Saturday, and then they were like, yeah, mom doesn't want to drive the car home because she had just gotten in the accident like a week ago. She's like, and it's a brand new car. She's, she's a little nervous. It's nighttime, whatever. She wants you to drive the car home. And then she's gonna ride home with me in my car. And I was like, man, you guys this is real inconvenient. Again, what if I had not picked up the phone? And what if I had not been available? Like, you guys are not really thinking this shit through the way you had lectured me to think shit through my whole life. So I don't understand what's going on. Is it like early onset dementia? What the fuck is going on? But you guys are just forgetting the lessons that y'all taught me when I was a kid, huh? And so then out of the blue, I was like, yo, but I'm hungry. Like, God damn it, I'm hungry. And so like it was 7:30, and then we get to the dealership at like 8. They closed at 8. No, we got there like 8:15. They closed at 8. And then around 8:15, I was like, yo, you got the car? He's like, no, we're waiting for them to bring up paperwork. I was like, so you're not even ready? They're like, no, they're drawing up paperwork. They're just like still looking at cars and shit. I'm like, well, where's the car? They're like, oh, we picked the car out. They're just doing paperwork and stuff. I was like, okay. And so then I was like, well, we're gonna go get food then. And so we left, went and got food, came back like 30 minutes later. It's 8:45. And then we get there, and then they're like, and I was like, all right, you guys done? And they're like, oh no, they're drawing up paperwork. I'm like, well, you said that 30 minutes ago. And they were like, well, they're drawing up paperwork for this other bitch, and then she gonna sign her paper And then they're gonna draw the paperwork for us, and then we're gonna go after that. I'm like, yo, how long this gonna take? Because you called me at 7:30, and it's like damn near 9 o'clock right now, and you haven't even started on the paperwork. And so then the paperwork finally got drawn out, and then we didn't leave that motherfucker till like 9:30, and I was like, it's been 2 hours. Like, I thought when you called me, it was because, yo, we just bought a car, we need you to drive it home. But it was like, yo, we're thinking about buying a car. Can you come over here immediately and waste 2 hours of your life? Is basically what happened. So I was like, man, you guys are really bad at this whole planning thing, huh? What happened, man? You like in your whenever you guys were like in your 30s and 40s, it seemed like you guys had this shit figured out from the way y'all were explaining life to me. And then now that you guys are like in your 50s and 60s, it's just not working out. The whole, all the lessons y'all taught me went out your own head. Like you got to learn them all over again or some shit. I don't understand what's going on because this seems highly irresponsible. So that made me go, yo, am I gonna forget these lessons that I'm learning now in my 30s when I'm 60? Like, I don't understand what's going on. So that was infuriating. Don't just hit me up last second being like, yo, come here now, and then do that twice in a week, and then have me waiting around and shit. So that was very infuriating, to say the least. Yeah, that shit was wild, bro. So I punched my girl in the titty. Smooth little segue into that story. Yo, I punched my girl in the titty, bro. I don't know what the most annoying... Yo, okay. I don't know who else got annoying stories or their girl, but like this isn't the reason I punched my girl in the titty. But I can't remember if it was the same. I think this was before. I punched my girl in the titty before this story even happened. So, she was, we were like doing that little, bickering thing where it's like you bicker, but like you're not really fighting, but you're like, it's like that flirty bickery thing that you do where you just going back and forth, like flirtatiously, angrily bickering about something. I don't know how to describe it, man. You know what I'm talking about. And we were going back and forth, and then I was done with it. I was like, yeah, okay, let's just watch the show or whatever. And then she was like, oh, we want to watch the show, huh? She was like getting in my face. She was like, oh, you want to watch the show? Blah, 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 and poke me. And then like, I just reacted, and I was just like, I just went, bop, uppercut her right in the titty. And then she was like, it threw her off guard altogether. I just uppercutted her titty, and she was like, you just punched my tit? And I was like, and then we both just started laughing because that ended the conversation immediately. Like, and then we started laughing, and then we watched the show. So, for anybody out there that's got an issue with your girl, you just punch her in the titty, man, and like it'll throw her off to the point where she's like, this motherfucker just punched me in my tit, and then you guys can laugh about it, and then it'll get her to shut the fuck up. So, yeah, I think I got a cheat code. Now you can't punch it too hard, right? But it's got to be hard enough where it's like oh, it shockingly just hit me in my titty, but like not hard enough where it hurts, where it's like, ow. It's not ow. And also probably should make sure she's wearing a bra or something for like padding and support to absorb the punch, but just like a little quick little bop, right, you know? And yeah, that'll shut her up real quick, and then y'all can just enjoy the rest of your night. So yeah, do that. Just punch your girl in the tit. That's gonna be the name of this episode, is just punch your girl in the tit. That's hilarious. But no, she was, I remember last week, she went to work, and it was on my day off. She went to work, and she had worked out in the morning before work, and then she was at work, and she was texting me, and she was like, and I had gotten up by that point, and she texted me, and she was like, oh my God, I was in a rush to leave this morning. I left all my food at home. And then I felt bad. I was like, she's going to be like, I'm going to starve all day. And I was like, I felt bad. And I was like, yo. And there's like multiple locations of this gym that I go to. And so I usually go to the one that's right by the house. But that she works in the medical section of the other one, which is the big one, the big gym, the main gym. And so I don't like going there because it's so crowded. But she was like, oh my God, I left all my food. I was like, yo, that's cool, man. I'll just come work out at the main gym, at the main club, and I'll just bring you your food. It's you know what I'm saying? Like I'll come there, work out there instead. And she was like, oh no, it's okay. I'll starve. It's all right. And I'm like, nah, nah, nah. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna let you starve or whatever. If you left all your food, I got you. So I'm like, I went downstairs, made my coffee. I was getting up, and I'm looking around for this food, cause she usually got this glass. It's not Tupperware, but it's kind of like Tupperware, but it's glass, and it's got like compartments inside, and she keeps like her food for the day, and she separates out multiple days or whatever. And so I'm looking around for this, and she also got this like cylinder thing that she keeps all her like multivitamins and protein powder and shit. So I'm looking around for this shit, and I can't find it. It's not upstairs. It's not in the kitchen. It's not by the door. It's not on any desks. It's nowhere to be found. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I'll come by the gym and bring you your food, but I can't find none of this shit. Where is your food? Where'd you put it? You remember? And then she was like, and then she texted me back like 5 minutes later. She's like, oh, well, it was just eggs. I left 2 eggs in the refrigerator that I forgot to grab. I was like, so you did take your food. So when you said I left all my food, what you meant to say was I took all my food, but I forgot 2 eggs. Is that what I'm hearing? Because it sounded like you forgot everything, but now, to recap, it sounds like you remembered everything, and that you in fact did not forget everything, but you just left 2 eggs in the fridge. So? If I'm hearing this correctly, you did remember to take all your food. You just forgot 2 eggs, and she was like, yeah, hee, and I was like, I just got this brand new phone, and I almost broke this fucking thing by throwing it against the wall. I made a IG story about this too, but I was like, bitch, if you don't go to the fucking Starbucks and buy some fucking eggs, and also y'all got a cafe at your gym, just walk down the hallway and buy 2 eggs. That's just gonna cost like $3.75. Yeah, at most, you know? And yeah, that's an upsell. But it's 2 eggs. Go buy your own damn eggs. Yo, I almost threw my phone against the wall at how I literally had me thinking that she forgot all her fucking eggs and all her food. She literally took all her food and just left these 2 eggs, and I was like, you had me thinking you were gonna starve all day, and little did I know you actually been eating all morning, and you just forgot your snack, is what you should have said. Yo, I forgot my snack. I remembered all my food, I just forgot my snack, is what you should have said. Motherfucker's tripping. Yo, why? I saw this the other day. Why is ESPN and Sports Nation posting about Ash Ketchum and Pokemon? Like, they literally posted, like, they posted this thing that was like, yo, comeback story. Like, 20 years, Ash finally wins a fucking, a gym badge or whatever the fuck. He finally beats the gym, he becomes a gym leader. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't watch Pokemon. But it was like, they made it sound like the comeback story. Like it was J. Cole, the comebacks. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, and Sports Nation are posting about a Cartoon Network TV show. I don't understand what's going on. Why y'all ran out of shit to talk about in sports? Wild shit been happening in sports. For the last 2 months, shit's been crazy. And you guys are posting about a comeback story of a fictional cartoon character. Talking about he finally won his gym badge or whatever the fuck. That shit was wild, bro. Hey, I loved Pokemon growing up when I was a kid. I don't give why is ESPN posting about it? Fucking Cartoon Network should be posting about it. You know? I should be getting sponsored ads on my IG from Cartoon Network, not ESPN. That was weird as shit. I was like, yo, I was like, did I read this right? Is this ESPN? Sports Nation? Pokemon battling is not a sport. Is everything a sport now? Everything is a sport now, by the way. Fucking archery is a sport. Sharpshooting with your Glock 9mm, that's a sport. Fucking bowling is a sport. Golf is a sport. Cross country. Not even the running. I'm talking about like snowshoeing is a sport. Because at least running is a sport. Like snowshoeing is a sport. Running's not even a sport, by the way. Running is just an exercise. But but if you want to call them endurance athletes, then I'm fine with that. But running is not a sport. What else do we got on there? We got the Olympics have speed walking in there. That's a sport, apparently. They got rid of wrestling for the first time, and that's like the world's oldest sport, and then they brought it back. So they got rid of it because they were like, yo, is wrestling a sport? I don't think it's a sport. And then they brought it back, but they kept fucking they kept shuffleboard and shit. What's the one with the fucking mop handle and the little disc ball thing? It's like a shuffleboard is the sand bar game version of that game. It's a game. It's not a sport. It's not called What is that one called? I'm just call it Chutes and Ladders. That's a goddamn board game. That's a sport apparently. Yo, ESPN be playing. ESPN cornhole. Be playing cornhole on their fucking. Every time I'm at the gym, like every once in a while, they'll just have cornhole, like the cornhole tournament on ESPN, and I'm like, that's cool, or whatever. But that's like a backyard barbecue game. Why is this on ESPN? This ain't the worldwide leader of sports is playing cornhole on their station. What's going on? This ain't a sport. I'm so confused. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, nowadays, like, everything is a sport because everyone wants to feel like an athlete. All these fucking, dumbass IG bitches and shit talking about, I'm a sponsored Gymshark athlete. What athletic thing do you do? Because standing in front of a mirror doing ass kickbacks, that's not athletic. Just to let you know. There's nothing athletic about that, actually. Zero athleticism went into doing that. You're not even doing it and balancing. You're holding on to something, so you're taking the balancing act out of it, so you're not even doing that. Flexing your muscles repeatedly with weights, not a sport. Sorry, bro. Now, using the weight room to get stronger for your sport, that makes you an athlete. Saquon Barkley working out in the gym to get his squats and his power cleans up and getting stronger because it translates to being stronger out in the field. Now that's a sport. That's an athlete. That's a dude who works out for his sport. He's an athlete. You doing this shit, not athletic. Nothing athletic about that at all, actually. So, sponsored athletes. I'm a fucking Gymshark athlete. I'm a fucking alpha-elite athlete. Why would you? How do you even say that? An alpha-elite athlete? Is that what you would call yourself? They motherfuckers is crippin'. Crippin'? They definitely not crippin', but they are trippin'. Or if you were blood, you brippin'. Man, these motherfuckers brippin'. Yeah, I don't. I heard some wild shit about those bitches that are on the Gymshark people. I don't know which company it is because there's a bunch of them. Nor do I give a shit. But I heard, and I'm at 29 minutes right now. Okay. That stopped recording and it didn't make any noise. So that's very frustrating. I don't know where that cut out. I do know that it was recording to begin with, but if it didn't record the whole first half of that podcast, I'm gonna be furious. But because like sometimes it makes noise and sometimes it doesn't. But that's why I just gotta pay attention to how long I've been recording. Fuck, that thing is annoying. Sony, literally, fuck yourself, Sony. Why would you build a camera that only records 30 minutes at a time? And like the red light, you know how like cameras have a red light to show you that it's recording? Doesn't even have one. Which is stupid. The red light is on the back side of the camera, so I wouldn't even know if it's recording. You only know if it's recording if you're on that side of the camera. Oh my god, this is frustrating. Anyway, to continue with what the fuck I'm saying, because if you're on audio, you good. I'm so upset. I really hope that shit recorded the first half of this episode. But these Alpha, I don't know which company it is. I'm assuming it's Alpha Elite. Or is one of the fucking bullshit ass companies. I heard some wild shit that they were like not forcing their girls, but like suggesting to their girls that they should like, you know, get some fake titties and fake butt implants, so that they looked a certain way. And then because if you look a certain way, you'll look better in the clothes because your ass is going to be all kerplow in the pictures or whatever the fuck. And then more people will buy them because they're like, yo, these pants make my ass look great. You should definitely get these or whatever the fuck. And you're like, also look at all these fit people wearing these clothes because this brand is the best or whatever. And so it's like in their contracts, they're suggested to do some shit like that. And then, if you don't, you're probably gonna get dropped or whatever. And then there's some bitch, I don't know, this is a story I heard. So there's some bitch that like went on her YouTube page and made a post about it, and then they dropped her as an athlete. I hope y'all got that whole athlete bit in because like y'all definitely not athletes. But so if it's in your contract, you signed the contract, bitch. What the fuck are you complaining about? Second of all, if you don't want to do it, then, you know, don't do it. And then whatever. But you're gonna do it. Like, come on now. Stop playing like you like, oh, I'm so offended they would ask me to do. Like, first of all, for a company to do that, like, it sounds kind of shady, but like, none of you guys aren't athletes. None of you people, like, y'all barely work out as it is. Y'all just do like sit there, take pictures, try to stay lean, and like fill out your fucking titty tops and the ass and the pants. That's it. So for you to be like, I'm so offended that they would even ask me, the fuck out of here. Like you would do it anyway. Like, are they gonna pay for it? I bet you if they paid for it, you'd do it. Yeah, I don't know. I hear that shit is everything about that shit is fake. Everything about that shit is fake. That whole social media shit is so fake. The pictures that they take, they don't really fucking, they're like, oh, look at this great fucking workout that I'm doing. I guarantee you, whatever workout that they posted about, they did one set for like 5 reps, and then they moved on to the next one so that they just get it on video. They ain't fucking working out. A few of them probably do. If you like see the ones that like compete, not on stage, like if you have like some power, like the people that you follow that like compete in meets, for powerlifting or whatever, those people I believe are lifting weights because they literally have to go on the competition floor and compete in their weight class. So there's that. But if you're just like, and at least for them, they can call themselves a power athlete because that's one of the, as for being an athlete, there's many different aspects of athleticism, and strength and power is one of them. So they're a power athlete. I get that. So that makes sense. The other shit doesn't make sense. But that, yeah, that's wild. Would you sign that contract? Like they probably would, even if you don't go through with it, just the fact that you signed the contract and they promoted your name, you can now promote your own brand. So, I mean, you don't act like you ain't playing the game too. I'm so offended that they would do this. You just got on their bad side and then they were like, yo, give me the boot. Like, if you actually worked out and had fucking a big ass, like whatever, or like worked on your glutes, you probably wouldn't have to buy it. Man, nowadays I don't even know what's real or what's fake anymore, man. Shit's getting crazy. Like, I don't fucking know. I think I can tell. Like if somebody got fake titties, I feel like I'm like, well, those titties are fake. Asses are so like new. I don't know who got real ass and who don't. And like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what, like I've only like heard and seen online of like explosions on asses that like exploded or whatever, like the thing went wrong. But like I don't know what they looked like before it exploded. I don't know anything anymore, man. Everything's fake. Everybody's on steroids. Everything is fake. That's like the fucking bodybuilders that are quote unquote natural. Oh, word. Like this whole, why, I don't even understand how this whole industry even got started. Everything is built on a lie, and then how did it even become like a thing? You know, like how, like your whole entire industry is built on this thing of like, this man or woman works so hard to look this way, and you can too if you put in the hard work. And definitely did have to, like, for them to get there, they definitely did have to do hard work, but they also didn't get that big or that lean without enhancements. So it's like the whole thing is a lie. So fucking I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. I'm so done with this topic. This is so stupid. Fuck those bitches. Complaining about shit. You part of the fucking industry. You part of the lie, and now the lie just got pushed to a point where you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that, and then you're just gonna come out and like, and then you just gonna come out and go against the company that put you on the platform, and then you surprised that they cut you or whatever. It's like, bitch, yeah, that's what happens. You trying to fucking out us? Fuck out of here. You lucky you don't get murked out here. That's wild, man. That's wild. How'd I get on that topic, bro? That's hella stupid. I can't believe I got on that topic in the first place. Anyway. Yo, what the fuck is going on with Tekashi 6ix9ine, man? The whole thing was over like a kidnapping charge, I believe. Man, correct me if I'm wrong. Yo, he went to jail over, was it a kidnapping charge, or was it, I don't think it was it I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was over a kidnapping charge, and he lied about it because he said he ain't want to snitch or whatever, and then he was sitting in a cell, and at least then he was like, yo, I'm part of the fucking 6ix9ine gang, and I ain't snitching on nobody. And then he's sitting in jail, and then he realizing like, yo, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in this motherfucker. Let me try to get a plea deal. And then he came out, and now he just out here snitching on everybody, right? And so he going left and right snitching. And then, so for you to like, so if he does get out or gets like some sort of plea bargain or something, and he does, if he don't get put on police witness protection, like, even then, but like, that motherfucker getting murdered. He dying, bro. What's the lifespan of Tekashi 6ix9ine now that if he gets out? There's that gonna be a hit on him immediately. Like, I don't understand where the thought process is coming from. Now, you're gonna lose anyway. You lost because like, you never expected to blow up in rap. And so you part of this gang that you were in part of before you got into rap, and then you blew up in rap somehow with your horrible music, and then now in your rainbow. First of all, you got rainbow colored hair, and you got 6ix9ine tatted on your face, and like, you stand out, bro. You literally got like clown makeup on, and people gonna recognize you immediately. So how long till Tekashi like either cut his hair or dye it or something? Yo, if he gets out of jail, I guarantee you that motherfucker getting cover-up tattoos and dyeing his hair a normal fucking color. His hair gonna be black or brown, or he's just gonna shave that shit off and try to change his face. He gonna get plastic surgery immediately. Be like, yo, reconstruct this shit so I look like somebody else, because I ain't trying to get murked out here. I guarantee you. Like, he gonna be like, yo, do the Kendall Jenner on me and make me look like somebody else. because I'm gonna cut my hair and like have normal ass hair now, and I gotta get rid of these face tattoos somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because he dying, bro. I give Takashi like 2 more years of life. I'm gonna give him 2 more years before we hear about him dying. It could be 2 months, it could be 2 weeks, but I say he gonna be alive for 2 more years, tops, before somebody in that 6ix9ine gang come out and murk this motherfucker, bro. The motherfucker tripping. He think he gonna be good? Like, you will, and then even in police protection, like, I don't know, bro. I don't think are you really thinking this shit through? I don't know. I have no idea. I got no idea. We'll just talk about it, man. There's a new trend. One of my homies told me about this. There's a new trend that's going on right now. And that trend is to show up to a date this is a female trend, I guess I should say, to preface this. And I don't know, I'm assuming this is like, I'm assuming these are Tinder, Bumble, farmers meet chickens, black people meet, Star David meetup, fucking, show you on my ramen, whatever the fuck the demographic, hookup app is, you know what I'm saying? Chicken on chicken, curry with noodles, bratwurst for your bun. I don't know. Whatever the fuck. For you Germans out there. Uns like the bratwurst, yeah? For whoever's meeting up. I think this is for one of those type of apps, right? So, but the new trend is that you'll go on a date, you'll meet up with a girl, and she will show up in like her sweatpants and like pajamas and shit. She's showing up with her hair up, sweatpants, Ugg boots, showing up like these white women in Starbucks, you know what I'm saying, out here in Seattle, as they do. No matter what race though, this is how they showing up, glasses on and shit. And one of my single friends told me, him and his buddies, multiple occasions, multiple girls, different girls, all did the same thing. They showed up with their sweatpants on and shit. Now, I got some things to say about this. Depending on, like, so if you guys are meeting up because y'all matched on a dating app that's free on your phone, I'm okay with it. What she doing, I'm okay with it. Because this app's for fucking. And you show up, my date's already ready for bed. So she already know the deal. So if you showing up with your pajamas on, that tells me, oh, what are we doing at this restaurant? We need to leave here immediately. Maybe grab a drink on the way home and we hitting the bed. What are we fucking doing? What are we even doing? My date's ready for bed already. We don't even need to be here. You should have just sent me the Addy to your house. Why are we at this fucking Red Lobster for? You trying to get a free meal? And if you are trying to get a free meal dressed like that, yo, get what you want, sweetheart. Get everything that you want. Order it up. And when the bill come, I'm gonna be like, yeah, we'll get that 2 checks, please. Here, I'll pay for my half. Oh, what, you thought this shit was gonna be free dressing like that? Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You look like fucking Donald Duck coming out the shower without the shower. You just look like, you know what I'm saying? You look like Winnie the Pooh up in here. Why the fuck are you dressed like that? If that's the case, I don't understand why. I would not be appalled if I'm meeting you on Tinder and you show up in your pajamas. Because to me, I go, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I'm in my pajamas too. Like, that's the whole point of this. In fact, why are we even in this building? You should have just came over to the house. Just come over to the crib dressed like that I'm cool. Let's leave. If I see you and you walk in and you dress like that, I'm gonna grab you by your hand and be like, oh, we at the wrong place. We need to leave here immediately. Here, go ahead and follow me in your car. We going back to my spot ASAP. And let me put this fucking work in. Let me crack these cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's that. Now, if we meeting on the fuck app and you showing up dressed to fuck, oh, we fucking. Now, if we meet on the fuck app and you dress to fuck and you think it's a real date, oh, now you tripping because I know for a fact, like, there's zero possibility of this, right? Oh, y'all don't even, here, let me turn this shit around. Laugh, if y'all can see that. I would have this plant facing the wrong way. Now, there's zero possibility that you met any of these dates in person, or even on an online site that you pay for, like a Match.com or something where people are actually looking for people to settle down with. Zero chance of that, because if I meet this bitch at a fucking Whole Foods, or if I meet this bitch at a Starbucks, or I meet this bitch at a pumpkin patch, or a food drive, if I meet this bitch volunteering for something, if I meet this bitch at a farmer's market, there's no way that she's showing up to the date in her pajamas, right? Because first of all, I met you in normal clothes. Everything about this situation is like, oh, we're trying to I'm trying to impress you because this is all happening in person in real time, right? So if I get a date out of that meeting, oh, I'm showing up dressed to impress, and I guarantee you she is too, right? So that tells me that's already been eliminated, because there's zero chance of that happening. Because if I meet you in real life and then my swagger or whatever got me your number and a date out of it, you showing up dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no fucking one night, nothing. This is like, hey, let's see if we got a connection here. Like, what the fuck is the deal? I thought you looked cute. Let's see, like, are we vibing? Now, I'm assuming that you met all these hoes on a dating app that you got for free on your phone, right? And if that's the case and she show up dressed like that, cool. Yeah, that's what the fuck you supposed to dress up as. In fact, either show up in that or show up in lingerie. I don't understand. Like, we fucking. That's all we doing. This is the whole point of this app. Now, so there's that. So I wouldn't even be mad at that. Now, if you show up and you dressed like that, but you think it's a date, what are you thinking? That's what's going on through that crazy ass female brain of yours that's okay. And now I don't know if this is the case. I'm just throwing scenarios out. But if this is the case, fuck we doing. Because first impressions are everything. And this whole thing, and I know, and you know, I know bitches will be like, hey, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Oh, well, this is a first impression. So if this is for me to see this off the bat, this is your best. So it only goes further downhill from here. What are we talking about? You showing up looking like that. I'm thinking, yo, if I'm in a relationship with this hoe 6 months down the road, what's going on? She gonna be wearing fucking Dobby rags from Harry Potter. This bitch gonna be wearing fucking potato sacks walking around the stores and shit. What's going on? You wearing a pillow sack now? Like, I don't understand. Can you not afford clothes? Why this bitch looking homeless? And also, I'd be like, yo, y'all letting homeless people into the Red Lobster? What's going on? Yeah, man, this can't be my date. There's no way this is my date. Please send this one off. Bring me another one. Bring me another one. There's zero chance that you think this is a real date, right? Like, you purposely showed up looking like this? You purposely showed up to the date thinking that this was gonna fly? You think you gonna get a free... Like, if you show up looking like that and you think this is a real date and you think you're gonna get a free meal, because I'm all for, if we go on a date, I got you, bro. Like, I got you, boo-boo. I got you. Get what you want. Get what you and like no obligations, obviously. Like for me, it's like, yo, let me buy your time because everything is transactional anyway. I can't pay you for sex, but apparently I can pay you for your time to sit there and chat with me. Apparently that's okay, government. But I'm fine with like being chivalrous and paying for that first date. Now, if you show up looking like that, I'm gonna literally tell you, order up, baby. Order up. Yeah, get everything. Get two of what you want. Take one to go. And when that check come, be prepared to pay for your half. And by half, I don't mean half the bill. I mean, we're going to split this with what we ate. I will pay for my Cobb salad, and she will pay for her double 5-course meal that she ordered, actually. Yeah, good luck with that. I don't know. I don't see any pockets in the fucking pajamas that you're wearing, so I hope you brought your fucking credit card. I hope you slid that shit in your bra or your panties or something, because otherwise you going in the back and cleaning dishes, bitch. What the fuck? This bitch tripping out here. These bitches tripping out here. What are you thinking? That's wild. You really trying to set new standards of low? Yo, these bitches tripping, bro. And I guarantee you, anybody that's defending these hoes, yo, I guarantee you ain't no pretty ass bitch defending these hoes. I guarantee you it's the fucking ugly, fat, short-haired, single friend that's defending these hoes. And guess what? Take a look in the mirror, boo-boo. There's a reason why you single. Cause you be doing shit like this. There's a reason why you going on these dates. This is there you go. This is the reason why you going on these dates right here. Cause the best you can do is try to get a date off of Tinder and try to make it into a real date. Because that's right here, what I'm looking at is the best you got. And that is why we're in this situation. I'ma see you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you single. It goes along with this whole, like, women's empowerment shit. Like, no pretty girls are complaining about that shit. Like, no pretty girls are like, no, I want to fucking work too. They're like, oh, well, this motherfucker want to pay for me. I'll let him pay for me. Because I got it like that. Yeah, I guarantee you, and you ain't hearing a peep out of any pretty ass bitches about that whole shit. It's only these ugly fat hoes with short hair that be complaining about this shit. You know you are. That's wild, man. The fact that you have the gall to show up like that thinking it's a real date. That's you trifling ass. That's crazy. That's crazy. If I show up with my boxers and my dick hanging out, like, people are gonna think I'm out of my goddamn mind. I'm like, no, I'm just trying to match. If you show up like that, I'm going to the bathroom to change. I guarantee you. I'm gonna come out in the bathroom, from the bathroom. I'm gonna put all my clothes in a bag. And I'm just gonna come out in my boxer briefs and my dick hanging out the bottom. That's what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna be like, my day's dressed like, and I'm gonna pour some fucking honey mustard all over my chest. So you know, I gotta stain this shirt up, this dirty ass undershirt. I'm gonna stain that shit up too, because that's what I think about this date right now. You showing up like that, let me match what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? These bitches tripping. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all just out here trying to set new standards of low. That's wild. That's wild to me, man. You really think you gonna get wifed up looking like that? Like, if that's what we doing, that's what we doing. But like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all actually think that that's gonna work? Like, yeah, man. And if you're just looking for a free meal, then you know whatever. Like, do you? But y'all straight tripping, man. Y'all straight tripping. Yeah, I got a bit about that, but I can't waste that bit on here, man. I appreciate Marcus putting up that poll. Shouts out to Marcus, for because I would have never known about that if Marcus hadn't put that on his story. And so shouts out to you, bro, because I literally got a bit out of it, for stage time. So I appreciate you. Yeah, man, that's wild. I think that's it, man. I think we're at 55 minutes right now, and I think that's about all I got, because I don't want to reset this camera and have it start up just to record 2 minutes or whatever the fuck. So Anyway, that's just about an hour, man. As long as it used to be, but now that I got 3 podcasts, bro, I'm talking all the time. I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to just do like, I'm happy to get into the 50s on Lateral Move. You know what I'm saying? Because the sports ones, you know, it's a lot of content. It's too much content, bruh. And so anyway, that's the show. That's the episode for you guys this week. I appreciate y'all listening, man. Y'all the real ones. This shit don't work without y'all. So I appreciate y'all. We got multiple shows now. Lateral Move, Pass Interference. We got Counterpunch. Things is moving, man. Things is moving in the right direction. I got some exciting stuff that's coming up that I can't reveal just yet, but stay tuned, man. Don't miss out on that. I appreciate y'all listening, man. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.